Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do my review on the weekend sport, starting with the football. Where to start? Saturday's early kickoffs, there was two of them, one in the Prem, one in the Championship. One in the Prem, Bournemouth at home against Man United. Bournemouth won 1-0, Josh King, ex-United player, grabbing the winner towards the end of the first half. That game, that loss for Man United now means that Solskjaer has lost more games in charge of United than Klopp has in charge of Liverpool, and he's managed 104 games less. It also means that United have only won one of the last 6 in the Prem. So they're not looking amazing at the moment, but obviously they've still got time to turn it around. I don't think they're going to be relegated. I mean, we can only dream, but I think they'll be all right. In the Wigan and Swansea game at Wigan at the DW, Swansea came out 2-1 winners. They temporarily moved up to top spot in the league. With a victory on the road, it did mean that Wigan have dropped down to 20th with another defeat. Later on in the day, in the Premiership, Liverpool and City both left it late. Both down 1-0 at half time, unexpectedly in both cases, and managed to turn it around. Both coming out 2-1 winners in what was, for Liverpool anyway, a very, very late goal. 93rd, 94th minute I believe it was, when Mane headed in. City's winner from Kyle Walker, good finish from a ball in by Angelico. So yeah, they both remain 6 points apart. Liverpool first, City second. Big game coming up on Sunday at Anfield. It's tough to say at the moment. I believe with some bookmakers, City are favourites. So if you are a betting person and you do think Liverpool will win, like the bookies don't, but you might, back Liverpool, because it's the best price you'll get of Liverpool winning a game at home all season. In the Championship, North West Blackburn left it late again, winning 2-1 at home against Sheff Wednesday. They scored 2 goals in the final 3 minutes of the game, which put them 16th in the league. League One, Bolton won again, so that's 3 wins on the bounce for Bolton. I believe they're still on minus points, but they're slowly starting to get there. Like I say, 3 wins on the bounce is good form for anybody, so let's hope they push on and kick on. Sunday's football, we'll start with the Leicester game. The 2-0 victory for Leicester meant that they moved up to 3rd in the league, just behind City and in front of Chelsea. Vardy scored again late on. He's now the top goal scorer in the league and the first player this season to reach 10 goals. So that's another good start for the Englishman. The other game in the Prem, it won't be remembered for the game, thankfully, because it was a terrible game of football. But Everton battled back to draw at Goodison Park against Tottenham. Ali gave Spurs the lead before Torsen headed in the 97th minute. But like I said, the game will be overshadowed by the injury in which Andre Gomez seems to have broken his ankle. Son went in for a tackle, and then following that tackle, Andre Gomez, he landed funny, and he sort of fell over on his ankle. So it wasn't directly from the tackle, but it was as a result of the force, which obviously came after the tackle. Son saw red. I don't believe he should have done. It was only a yellow card foul, but like I said, when the referee seen his ankle hanging on the wrong way, he decided to upgrade it to a red. 2 bad decisions in this game by VAR. The first one was to deny Spurs a penalty. Son was theatrical, but he was definitely caught. So I believe that should have been a penalty. The scores at that point were 0-0, I believe. And a clear handball by Dele Alli in the other box. Everton should have been awarded a penalty as well, but neither were given. VAR took a while for both decisions, and both decisions, like I say, for me personally, came back wrong. For me personally, it was a good day. Preston went to the top of the Championship for the first time since 2006. They secured a hard-fought 1-0 victory away at Charlton. 1,128 Preston fans travelled down, which, when you consider the time it was on a Sunday morning, having been moved for Sky cameras, it was meant to be Saturday at 3. So it was moved for Sky. A 12 o'clock kickoff. There was no trains on the way down, so you either had to drive, get the coach, or go down a day earlier. So yeah, again, Sky messed it up for the fans, but to take 1,128 is it's a big deal. Proud of the boys. Like I say, we're top of the league for the first time since 2006. Depending on tonight's result between Stoke and West Brom at Stoke, we could stay there for the week. But I do believe West Brom will come out comfortable winners in that one. The other saving grace for Preston fans is that Alex Neil has reiterated his commitment to us. He's decided that he's going nowhere. He's in it for the long term. He loves working with the club, with the players, and with the squad that he's got. So that's always a bonus. Luckily, we can keep hold of him and push on. Stoke were reported to the Football League for a legal approach, so that's always good news. In other sport, I don't know if you're interested in other sport, but other sport, the boxing, Katie Taylor, the Irish lass, she won again. She's now a 2-weight world champion. I believe she's the third Irish sports person to win a title at 2 weights. Anthony Crolla had his farewell fight and he won that one. So that was in his hometown of Manchester. So it would have been a good fight for him, and obviously a lot of fans would have been there to support him. And then obviously the king, Canelo, proved once again why he is the king. He stopped Kovalev in the 11th round, which was a very good stoppage, a very good shot. I nearly punched him through the ropes. But again, it was a good fight. Kovalev unlucky to take the punch that he did. Over in UFC, Liverpool's own Darren Till bounced back from 2 defeats in a row to secure a points victory over Gastelum. Not much to shout home about that fight. It wasn't amazing, but again, Till got the win, which is good for us. Masvidal and Diaz, the big fight on UFC, was stopped at the end of the 3rd round by the doctor. Sorry, he seen the cut on Diaz's right eye. There was one above and one below his right eye, which required a lot of stitches in both, and he stopped the fight. For me personally, I believe it was a good call, because if it would have got worse, he could have lost sight in that eye. But luckily, the referee did stop it. So doctor stopped it. There will be a rematch, I believe. I've also seen that McGregor's piping up again to say that he's going to beat Masvidal, and he's giving it all the big talk. But from what we've seen, Masvidal's a striker, and he will beat McGregor should it come to a fight between them two. In the cricket, England got beat off New Zealand by 21 runs in the second T20 international, so it's currently 1 apiece in that. Formula 1, Lewis Hamilton finished 2nd in the US Grand Prix, which meant that he claimed his 6th title, his 3rd world title in a row. He's now 1 behind Schumacher, up to 2nd in the number of world titles ever. Valtteri Bottas won the race. Not a massive mile in front, it's a couple of seconds, but he won. Deserved victory, got the right strategy. Hamilton was on a 1-stop, and his tyres in the end started to fade, so he's unlucky not to stay and keep that win. And the low point of the weekend was Saturday morning. England's getting beat 12 points to 32 by South Africa in the Rugby World Cup final. They didn't turn up, didn't put anything in sort of performance wise like they did against New Zealand the week before. It was sorry to see. I mean, I think when Sinclair went off the first couple of minutes, I think that was a turning point, because he's one of our big guys. But nobody seemed to turn up. There was a lot of loose passes, a lot of knock-ons, a lot of flash stuff, but none of it seemed to pay off. So yeah, we got beat there. But yeah, I just thought I'd give my personal updates and keep you all updated if you've been asleep all weekend. Just remember to like, comment and subscribe, and look forward to my next video. Thank you.